Morning everybody, today is the 14th, Sunday the 14th. We're here in Clapham Common because we're doing the London to Brighton. We've got my cousin Leighton, we've got Birmingham cousin Daniel, and you can see we're here early. We're supposed to be at a 10 o'clock start, but they've given us a weather warning for Brighton and said that everyone can start early. So we've got down here early. We're about to go to the start line and see if they let us through. Really, they said we need to set off at 6 or 7, but you know how it goes. So let's do this thing. Let's go. 10 o'clock start. They said it was They said that
they said about going early.
Yeah.
Just jump in.
Oh, Leighton, wait. Okay, alright, thank you. Cheers, thank you. So I don't know what that rigmarole was all about. The message obviously hadn't reached the guy who tried to stop me going through early. But alas, 7:30, we were on the way to Brighton. So after our first slight uphill, we found that many people stopped, which was our plan as well, just to get a bit of water and maybe a gel pack. We passed Carl Shelton beaches and we're at the first unofficial pit stop. And it's been alright so far. How you found it? Yeah, the first climb? Alright?
Yeah, it's alright.
Cool, man. Alright, we're gonna head on. Trying to get back onto the road after an unofficial stop is always like a little bit of a dodging game, but there we are on our way again. And you know this saying, what goes up must come down. This was our first proper decent descent. Absolutely loved it, although we were slowed a little by the yellow bib who was blocking our way and kept pressing his brakes. One thing with me, I rarely get out of breath. If I'm suffering from any fatigue, it's just fatigue in my legs rather than an aerobic issue. But I was clearly out of breath here. Daniel was making his way up this thick and steep hill, and I have had to get off and walk. We're near the top, but these cleats, my legs ain't used to the pulling. So tired. And this isn't even the beacon. Damn.
A few moments later.
I mean, I'm just flying up this hill and I don't know what's going on with Leighton and Daniel. They're just like lagging, boy. Look at this. So me and Leighton were quite ahead of Daniel, and then we heard like a heavy metal object drop on the floor behind us, and we thought, what was that? And turned around and saw Daniel had pulled over to the side of the road. So we looped back round to see what had happened. What's happened?
The pedal came off.
It came off?
Yeah.
Bro, I thought you'd...
I thought I timed it properly, innit?
So this is the result of Daniel putting his pedals on this morning.
I did that styling to check it because I don't normally do these things.
Bro, all it is a screw on and that's it. But at least it hasn't snapped off like the guy said.
That's fine. I think it's actually been misthreaded.
It's misthreaded?
A bit, yeah. It's been put in misthreaded. That's not going to stay.
That look right there meant I can't believe you actually done this. Unless we can get it to...
No, I don't for the first check.
Alright, so 20 minutes later we're still here. We figured out that
It's not 20 minutes.
Okay. How long have we been here?
Probably about 10.
Ain't been no 10 minutes. I mean, my body's cooled all the way down. Anyway, the pedal is misthreaded. It's been misthreaded into here, so it's come off, and there's no thread left in this bit for this to stay in. So we're trying to figure out a route for Daniel to be picked up and taken to a bike shop, maybe, and hopefully they'll have an arm that can fit so we can finish this route. But let's see how we get on with this.
How old are you now?
I mean, this guy's not even, he's not mechanical, he's medical, and he's trying to assist.
You're not going to get that fixed.
No.
All I can say is stick the pedal in your pocket
Yeah.
and just give your right leg a hard going over.
Yeah.
But be really careful. So crack on there. You've got a left. You've got a steep downhill.
Yeah.
There's already been 2 nasty accidents.
What?
Yeah, on that downhill. Just guys, take it easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the gentleman there has said that the event staff are overwhelmed at the moment because it's like 5,000 of us. Daniel has texted a location, had no response yet, so we're going to try and limp down. We're going to try and limp down to a bike shop that opens in about 20 minutes. So then we set off, and Daniel's trying to limp along using his right foot and then using his left foot to push the arm on the pedal. It was a bit awkward. And there were places where I was pushing Daniel and Leighton would chip in and push Daniel, but on the uphills it was just impossible and he had to get off and walk.
Yeah. So basically, it's Shimano 105. We're basically 2 miles down the road.
Right.
So we'd know if you had a crank arm in stock.
It's the moment of truth. We're going to find out if they have one.
Yeah.
I don't think we've got anything, unfortunately. What you might be able to do possibly is we can run a new thread into the existing crank arm, potentially. Depends how bad it is.
So they don't have an arm. They don't have an arm, but they said that they might be able to re-thread it for you, which would mean that you need to get down there rather than Leighton riding to pick up a...
Yeah, no worries.
But we decided that it wasn't worth Daniel trying to get down to the shop for them to potentially thread the arm. So instead we continued on to the first checkpoint. Alright, we've managed to make it to the first stop. It took a lot longer than expected, for obvious reasons. We've tried to find various cycle shops around, and no one's got anything that can help him, so he's going to do a last ditch attempt to see if this mobile mechanic can wrench his pedal in somehow, and if not, then it might be curtains for Daniel. So the bad news is that the mechanic has seen that he's actually misthreaded the second pedal as well, so that one is probably going to come off as well, so I think his journey might be over. The long of the short is that Daniel can't carry on anymore, which is a shame. We've been looking forward to this, but at least he managed to get to the first checkpoint. But the bike is messed, so he just can't continue. So me and Leighton are going to continue. Daniel, any last words? I know you're not happy.
So, sometimes things happen for a reason. At the moment, I don't know what the reason is, and I'm very frustrated. But it wasn't meant to be, in it.
So with that, Daniel was picked up by our very kind cousin Joanna, and me and Leighton set off to complete the rest of the journey by ourselves. Okay, just a quick stop. Me and Leighton, since we're rolling solo, we're down by Crawley now, so we've still got a bit of a way to go. I think we're about halfway, and I'm not gonna lie, like with these cleats, I'm exercising muscles that I don't usually exercise, so my legs are feeling a bit more fatigued than I anticipated, but we're still pushing through. Just had to have a quick battery swap and a quick stretch, and now we're gonna make our way and continue. And after cycling for another 15 miles or so, we came up to another stop, and this time it had refreshments.
Dates.
What's that?
Dates.
Oh, nah, maybe I'll have a pack of crisps. Yeah, that's cool for me. Thank you. Alright, we are at the second stop. We're past Crawley, and it's welcome. But it's been a good ride so far. It's a shame Daniel was missing out on all of this. But yeah, are we halfway now?
Yeah.
Or more than?
More than halfway.
We're more than halfway, so we're just going to try and up the pace a bit and try and make up for time before this weather hits. And then we set out again. And after another 15 miles or so, there was another little break, a water stop. Alright, we're at yet another stop. This one's a smaller one. I was going up a hill and got a cramp, boy. Like, I can't tell you the last time I had a cramp in my leg. But these guys look like they're vibing over here. And after some water and a protein bar, once again we set off. One thing you'll notice that after every hill you see people kind of stop for a little break to gather some energy, but here I got a second cramp in my leg and I was forced to pull over. Guys, I've walked too much for my own comfort, but I think we're in Ditchling now. So we're kind of on the home stretch. I think we're about 45 miles in, so we've probably got about 10 more miles. Okay, we are at the foot of the beacon. Just stopped to take some gel packs and some energy, and then we're gonna try a thing. But I'll tell you what, my legs, I think it's gonna be a walk up the beacon, you know. Lee, he's gone. Okay, and this is the start of the beacon climb. You can see lots of people here mentally preparing themselves to push themselves up. I'm on the Ditchling Beacon. Look at that hill. We're walking up the hill, and there's even more hill on an already steep hill. It's awful. Awful. At this point, Leighton just powered ahead. He cycled up the entire beacon while I walked most of it.
And downhill all the way.
Hey! This is how high we've come so far. And we're not done yet. Still climbing.
Go on, D. Go on. Go on. Get in there.
Where is it? Up here?
Huh?
Up here?
Yeah, you stop him?
Yeah, let me go. Oh, actually, do you know what? We are finally at the top of Ditchling Beacon. Leighton looks like he's been waiting here for a minute for me. he's formed relationships, made friendships and all sorts. But we're here. It looks like a storm's gonna kick in a minute, so we're gonna get going. Now, the way to Brighton from Ditchling Beacon is mainly all downhill, and I live for that. However, the heavens opened up. I had hailstones pelting me in my face, and the rain was so heavy the camera's not quite picking it up, but I had to stop and let Leighton go ahead while I put on my rain gear. And here we are, just coming down into Brighton and onto the pier, and then the finish line. It's the second time I've done this ride, and I love going through that finish line. You feel like a proper hero.
Just for themselves and their own personal gain.
We've done it. The heavens opened up.
Charity organisation. The happy smiles.
Well, we've done it. We're here. Now, to get back to London. Oh my days. The rain. We are drenched. We're drenched. And we're so much later than we wanted to be. We're supposed to be back in London now, and we're in Brighton.
So everyone reach, ride, all freebies.
This was the queue to get our bikes on the truck to transport them back to London, and it was a long queue, and we were in the rain, drenched. Guys, it is raining. The wind has started to blow. We are drenched from head to toe. Daniel is probably laughing at us now, thinking, ha ha ha, I missed out on all of this. We joined a long queue to get the bikes sent off. Leighton is lucky because he didn't pay for the coach, but we managed to finesse them into thinking that he was Daniel. So he's got a journey back with us. Oh my days. What a day. And there's people actually playing beach ball over there in the race.
Not me. What's up?
So for me, the Brighton part is where the organisation kind of fell apart a little bit. We joined a long queue to drop off our bikes. The food they had for us was cold and soggy. There was only 2 small tents to shelter yourself from rain, tiny tents, and they were of course full. And we were in the queue to get on the coach for absolute ages. They said coaches were leaving every 15 minutes, and I think we were waiting in the coach queue for about an hour, and again the rain was relentless, so we were just there waiting, cold and shivering, until eventually a coach came that we could get on. The organisers said that there was traffic in Brighton and that was the delay for the coach, but I didn't experience anything like this the last time I done London to Brighton.
58 mile, 1 hour 44 minutes, yes? I'm brilliant.
1 hour 44 minutes.
That's it.
Damn.
We have 58 miles to cover.
Yes. Driver!
Don't stop at all!
So we arrived in Brighton at 3:30 after all the queuing and everything. By the time we got back to London and then collected our bikes after standing in more rain, it was about 7:30. But the Brighton side apart, it was a very good ride. We enjoyed ourselves. It was a shame Daniel couldn't complete it, and because of that we will probably end up having to do it in 2026. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed.